The following is a special presentation of Big Polly's World of Sports Sims, alternating the reality of sports and entertainment since 2020. Hello again, everybody. Big Polly coming to you this fine February 2nd, 2022. And today it's the third of the 5 games we'll have for you in week number 5 of the HTFL. Today it's a big one. It's one of the HTFL's storied rivalries, if you could call it a rivalry storied, since we've only been going 2 seasons. It's Kansas City and it's San Francisco. San Francisco a 1-point favorite on the road, which makes Kansas City a home dog. And if you follow sports betting angles, a lot of the bookies in Vegas love the home dogs, or the people betting on the lines the bookies have provided. Tomorrow we'll have Las Vegas, Arizona. Friday we'll have Indianapolis and Minnesota. So I'll control Kansas City. The computer will control San Francisco. The Gold Raiders, a combination of the 49ers and Raiders. That's why they're the Gold Raiders. A little chilly for October in Kansas City. 49 degrees, a wind of 5 to 15 mile per hour. No precipitation threat. We're playing at Arrowhead Stadium. They're already doing the tomahawk chop, waiting this game. No Pat Mahomes for Kansas City. He's yet to be on the historical collection, or wasn't when we started this in 2021. He wasn't on the 2020 set. So Joe Montana was picked up by the Chiefs in the Season 2 roster collaboration, because he was at one point a Kansas City Chief. He'll be going against Steve Young, who they were teammates at one point. Montana with a better passer rating at 102.1. Coin toss will go Kansas City's way for the first half. It was San Francisco who actually won the toss. And so Kansas City will receive. Hall, Charles, and Holmes back deep for KC. And we'll go through the lineups here in just a minute. Well, when you got Dante Hall, you're not afraid of a ball going 2 yards deep in your end zone. He'll bring it out past the 20 to the 26, the return going 27 yards. For Kansas City, Charles and Richardson are your running backs. They're both 5 receivers. Smith and Bowe are a 9 and an 8 respectively. Those are your 2 wideouts in the base formation. Tony Gonzalez is a 9. Montana, of course, your quarterback from Notre Dame. Trier, Shields, Rudnay, Waters, and Schwartz. Your lineman, Trier, is the only 10, so look for the Chiefs to spot him and try a lot of runs off of left tackle. First, Jamal Charles will try an off-tackle play to the right, and that is going to be close to the first down. In fact, he has it. Grayson on the stop for the Gold Raiders, who line up defensively as follows. Haley, a 10-plus defender, one of the defensive ends, along with Hardman. Namalini and Stubblefield, the 2 defensive tackles. Khalil Mack, Willis, and Wilcox are your linebackers. Mack and Willis are both 10s. Brown and Johnson, Lott, and Grayson are your defensive backs. Brown and Lott, both 10s. So a 1st and 10 at the 35. We'll try not to give it to Richardson too many times. We give it to Charles. Charles picks up another 5 yards. Wilcox on the stop for San Francisco. They'll go 3 wide, but we're going to look to Tony Gonzalez on a hitch, which should be a good play, with San Francisco playing short and tight. A gain of 9, Montana scrambled, got the first down, so it's 1st and 10 at the 49. Kansas City still on their own side of the field, but just barely. Sweep to the right, Jamal Charles. And Charles, a good series of plays for him. He picks up 10, but that's just short of the first down. 2nd and inches at the 41. And I don't know about you, Action PC football strategist out there, but when it's second and inches, I like to go long. Smith, play action long pass, and this is probably going to work because it's a short, tight formation. It's caught. J.T. Smith, a gain of 20 yards. First and 10 at the 21. We're bringing in a second tight end. That's Travis Kelce. And it's going to be a trap right to Jamal Charles. Charles, this time he stood up at the line by Dana Stubblefield. Second and 10, we are down to 10:48 now, left in the first quarter. These two teams met 3 times last year. I think we televised all the games in Season 1. San Francisco won 2 out of the 3 and won the one that counted, a playoff game. Bo on a medium cross, second and 10. And Montana goes down. Leo Namalini with the sack, and it's a loss of 8. So KC will go 4 wide. And we're going to go long, and we're going to look to Hill. Tyreek Hill, 3rd and 18. And this is going to be intercepted by Woodson. Charles Woodson at the 4-yard line. Hill was double covered. Montana threw it into the coverage anyway. And now San Francisco has it, 1st and 10, 96 yards from pay dirt. San Francisco's lineup starts out with Gore and McElhenney, a 5 and a 4 receiver. Those are your running backs. Wilson and Parks, a 9 and a 7. Those are your wideouts. No Jerry Rice. He's with the Seattle franchise. They had the right to pick first because they had a poor record in Season 1. George Kittle is your tight end. Art Shell, Gene Upshaw, Jim Otto, Randy Cross, and St. Clair. Bob St. Clair. You got Upshaw and Otto as 10 blockers. 1st and 10 at the 4. We'll get to the KC defense in just a moment. That's the give to McElhenney, gaining a yard. Hallie making the stop for KC at the 5. For Kansas City, it's Allen, Smith, Buchanan, and Mays. Your front 4, Allen is a 10. Bell, Lanier, Hallie. Your linebackers, Bell is the 10. Thomas, Lewis, Robertson, and Cherry. Robertson and Cherry are 10 safeties, and Robertson and Lewis, Thomas and Lewis, not bad. They are 9 defenders at corner. 2nd and 9 at the 5. It's the great thing about HTFL football is you got irresistible forces meeting immovable objects. To quote the late great Gorilla Monsoon. 3rd and 9 at the 5. That throw from Young to Parks was incomplete, as I still have some Panda Express rice in my mouth. 3rd and 9 from the 5. And that's a gain of 7. Lewis on the tackle, and it's 3 and out for the Gold Raiders. So it's punting time. It's Hall. He took it at the 40, returned it to the 13. So it's 1st and 10, and Kansas City's going to have good field position. I should mention that Kansas City has the wind advantage of 5 to 15 mile an hour on this 49-degree day in Kansas City. So they're right back where they started before the pick by that Joe Montana threw. We'll go Charles, sweep to the left side. 1st and 10 from the 27, and that is a loss of 3. Willis makes the stop for San Francisco. 7:22 remaining. First quarter, no score. Though Kansas City threatened on their first possession, and they're threatening now. We'll go 3 wide, look for Otis Taylor. San Francisco playing deep and loose, so this was not a good play call. In fact, I probably should have audibled out of it to a screen or something. And Brown, Willie Brown, jumped the route, swatted it away. 3rd and 13. We're going to go medium pass to Bo. Man in motion. The throw incomplete, and now Montana is 1 for 4 with a pick. With the wind, I'll bring in Butker. And he will try a field goal of 47 yards as Kansas City tries to get something. He pushed it right, and the kick is no good. Travis Kelce on the snap. He is the long snapper. A 1st and 10 at the 37 for San Francisco. Better field position for them. No score, first quarter. Young to Gore. He'll gain 4 more. Hallie making the stop for KC. 2nd and 6, the ball at the 41. And that is Gore again, another pass catch, 8 yards. Cherry on the stop for KC. 1st and 10. Ball just barely on the minus side of the field for San Francisco at their own 49. And now they move to the plus side with McElhaney gaining 2 yards. 5 minutes left first quarter. 2nd and 8. Marker down, so
encroachment defense.
That'll be against
Number
KC.
69, 5-yard penalty.
They get Allen for a false start. Encroachment. 1st and 10 at the 40. Now down to 4:16 left in the first quarter. San Francisco came in 3-1. Kansas City off to a little bit of a slow start at 2-2. San Francisco won the HTFL championship last year. Batted at the line.
Offense.
Whoop, hold on.
Number 84, 5-yard penalty.
They get Wilson for illegal motion. 1st and 15. Ball at the 45. Kansas City made it to the quarterfinals. Lost to the San Francisco Gold Raiders. Loss of 3 for McElhaney. So the defense is exhibiting themselves quite well. 2nd and 18, screen, Gore, and Gore's going to get a lot of those yards back. He gets 10. 3rd and 8 for San Francisco at the Kansas City 38. So they look for the first score of the game. Young scrambles, and he's great at it. Gain of 15. Lewis on the stop for KC. 1st and 10 at the Chiefs 23 with 2:29 left to go. That is a completed pass to Kittle. Kittle very close to the goal line, but stopped short. Robinson on the stop for the Chiefs, and it's 1st and goal at the 1. 1:41 left in the quarter. Gore stops shy of the goal line, but they're going to look at it. Hang on.
Upon further review, the ball crossed the plane of the goal line. Touchdown. No timeout will be charged.
So San Francisco uses their one challenge outside of booth reviews and not booth reviews, scores and turnovers. I guess the replay booth wasn't going to look at that score, but San Francisco said, "Okay, if you're not going to look at it, then we're gonna use our challenge right here." So they did, and the play was overturned, and San Francisco's on the board as Frank Gore scores from a yard out. Point after is good by Sebastian Janikowski, and it's 7-0 in favor of the Gold Raiders. Hall, Charles, Holmes, again back deep. Second kickoff return for Hall, and it's out 19 yards to the 23. Phil Villapiano made the tackle for the Gold Raiders. Again, a combination of the 49ers and Raiders. Phil, I know, played for the late, great John Madden. It still feels unusual on February 2nd to be referring to John Madden as late. But, of course, he was lost on the 28th of December, 2021. Trap right, Jamal Charles. Great documentary available a few places called All Madden. That I watched Christmas Day, and I just had that feeling something was going to happen to him. Not that I wished it, but I thought this was going to be his, this was going to be the last documentary about him in his lifetime. And sure enough, 3 days later, he passes away. That's the end of the first quarter. San Francisco 7, Kansas City nothing. San Francisco has run 12 plays for 76 yards. Kansas City 11 for 47. A 2nd and 5. We'll go Gonzalez on the hitch. See if Kansas City can matriculate the ball down the field. That's an incompletion. Willie Brown made contact with Taylor, and the officials do not drop yellow flag, so we play on. 3rd and 6, screen to Charles. Try to get Jamal in the open. He is open. That's going to be a first down. A pickup of 10. Willis making the stop for San Francisco. So Kansas City will keep possession. 14:35 now left in the half. Trap left Jamal Charles in a double tight end set, but he stood up at the line by Charles Haley. 10-plus defender playing at one of the defensive end positions. So 2nd and 10, we're going to look to Richardson on the screen, get him involved, doing something other than blocking. Incomplete pass.
Encroachment, defense. Number 73, 5-yard penalty.
So Namalini kind of rushed Montana, and that's 5 more yards Kansas City's way. 2nd and 5 at the 42. And we're going to go Bo on the slant. We're going to try to go over the middle. It's complete, just enough for the first down, 7 yards. Montana now 3 of 7, 37 yards and a pick. And the pick has proven costly. Charles trapped to the left side on 1st and 10. A new set of downs for KC. Charles picking up 2. He's had some good carries in this game so far, 8 for 28. Back to the 3-wide set. And another screen to Charles, who's had 1 catch. And now he's got 2, but this is going to be short of the first by 4 yards. Willis on the stop. We'll go short cross to J.T. Smith on 3rd and 4. That's caught. That's a first. Gain of 10. Move the chains, and it's a first down for the Chiefs. Trap right Jamal Charles. And that's a gain of 7. On the tackle, Wilcox. Let's show his stats here. He's out of Oregon. Played on those early 70s team. They went to back-to-back NFC Championship games, the 49ers did, in 70 and 71. Both times they lost to the Cowboys. Once at the very last game at Kezar Stadium in San Francisco, and then once in Dallas. Trapped to the right, Jamal Charles. The latter of which, that was the game before Dallas won their first Super Bowl, Super Bowl VI against Miami. Montana had to take a timeout there, so it's 2nd and 3. Off tackle right, Jamal. And he will get the first down and more. Past the 20, all the way down to the 9, before Willie Brown could make the stop. Recording date for this is February 2nd, 2022, the day that we learned that the Washington NFL franchise finally has a name, the Commanders. So in the HTFL, we'll be using that name for the Washington team henceforth, including this season. Charles over the middle, inside run. He's got 6. Touchdown, KC. And the crowd breaks into a chant of, "That's the way, I like it, Extra point. Good. Well, KC and the Sunshine Band, hello. 7-7 as Butker puts that through the uprights. 8:11 left until halftime. The San Francisco kickoff team, I should say. Abe Woodson, Washington, and Roberson back deep. And Washington is going to let this slip into the end zone. Woodson, I beg your pardon. 1st and 10 at the 29. I had Washington on my brain. Steve Young back in there, calling the signals. 5 of 6, 53 yards. Haven't seen a lot of possession time yet, and Young's going to take off. He doesn't go to the Great White North. 5-yard gain, Duron Cherry making the stop for the Chiefs. 2nd and 5 at the 25. 8:02 to go. And that is Frank Gore, gain of 6. And that was Lewis on the stop for KC. 1st and 10 now at the 31. Clock dwindling down to 7:16. That's to Gore underneath. He's seen a lot of action. receiving the ball. In fact, he has 3 catches and only 2 rushes. Am I going to challenge the spot of the ball here? No. Let's try to save the challenge for when I really need it. First and 10 at the 41. Pitch to McElhenney, and Hugh McElhenney out of Washington, zigging and zagging for a 15-yard gain. Bob St. Clair providing the blocking. And it's first and 10 at the 44 now of KC. So the Gold Raiders on the march. We're down to 5:36 left in the half. Gore gains 7. And that is his 3rd carry for 14 yards. McElhenney has 4 for 15. Second and 3, ball at the 37. Gore, 30, 25, down to the 20. Emmett Thomas finally getting to him. A gain of 17 yards. 4 minutes even now left in the half. First and 10 at the KC 20 is the 49ers, Gold Raiders, I should say. Why am I calling them the 49ers? Well, there are 49ers on the team. Gore picking up another 8 yards. Even though Kansas City was keying on him getting the ball, it's one thing to key on somebody, it's another thing to stop him. Lewis making the stop at the 12, an 8-yard gain. Second and 2 at the 12. This is a throw, a catch. It was Parks scoring touchdown. San Francisco Gold Raiders to take a 13-7 lead, which is now 14-7 as Janikowski puts that through. Charles Holmes, again back deep for Kansas City. We'll down it because it's 8 yards deep in the end zone. And with 2:42 left, we'll run the ball with Charles. Then when we get to the 2-minute warning, we could worry about throwing. No gain. Dana Stubblefield making the tackle for San Francisco. Second and 10 at the 20. It's Otis Taylor on a medium fly route. Batted at the line, it looked like. Charles Haley got a mitten on that. We'll go Tony Gonzalez, medium cross on 3rd and 10 from the 20. And this is going to be short of the first down marker. He needed 10, he got 7. I'll take it to the 2-minute warning. And it is 14-7. San Francisco with 3 timeouts. KC with 2. KC has their 1 challenge remaining, which San Francisco does not have. A 4th and 3 will punt it away, of course. Jarrell Wilson will kick it. It's a good kick. John Taylor taking it, making a fair catch. Punt went 49 yards. Pivotal situation here for the Gold Raiders. They could go up more than a score with any score. 1:55 left, first and 10, and Steve Young's been red hot. 7 of 8 for 75 yards and a touchdown. Young finds Wilson. He gains 12 and gets out of bounds. 1:46 to go. First and 10 at the 36. Pitch. McElhenney. He is trapped behind the line, and Hali making the stop. Too early to call a timeout, and then actually, San Francisco's not calling any. Second and 14 at the 32. Throw completed to Wilson, who gains 7, so he gains half of that yardage back. 3rd and 7 at the 39. It's Young overthrowing Gore. And now San Francisco has to punt it away. Line of scrimmage to 39. Ray Guy, your punter. And we're going to fair catch it. Still got 2 timeouts. And Hall, wise decision to make the fair catch there, as he backed up to the 11. The punt went 50 for Raymond Guy. Fly to Otis Taylor, first and 10 at the 11. Incomplete. 54 seconds to go. San Francisco with all 3 timeouts, so Kansas City pretty much has to throw. Bo on a slant. Incomplete. 3rd and 10. We're going to go... Actually, we're going to try a draw play with Montana. And he will get close to the first down yarder, but not get there. 9 yards. And that'll do it for the opening half. Your score, San Francisco 14 and Kansas City 7. Now we are up to 24 plays for San Francisco, 171 yards total, 27 also for Kansas City. No, actually 27 to 24 is the play margin. So Kansas City ran 3 more plays and they've gotten 40 less yards, 131. Woodson back deep, and we will start the second half. Woodson, gain of 20. I'm sorry, he took it at the 1, returned it to the 31. The gain was 30 yards. So we'll move right along. If you like what you're seeing, go ahead and hit that like button. Subscribe to the Big Polly's World of Sports Sims YouTube channel. And click the bell icon, and you'll get the latest videos when we have them. First and 10 at the 31. We're doing PWT tomorrow. Dick Hutton against John Pezic. Found his Pioneer card so he could stay in PWT. Second and 7 at the 34. 3-yard gain there for Frank Gore. I was having a Rush Limbaugh flashback. That's a long throw completed to Parks. Gain of 45 yards, his longest catch of the year. Parks is now up to 3 catches for 66 yards. A big strike. And San Francisco at the 21. Young. Incomplete.
Holding. Defense. Number 29, 5-yard penalty.
Kansas City.
First down.
Not doing not doing their fans any favors as they commit a defensive holding penalty. 5 yards, but it resets to first down. First and 10 at the 16 now. The throw complete. And that's Parks again. Touchdown, Gold Raiders. Parks, 4 catches for 82 yards. And Janikowski puts that through in San Francisco. A little bit of breathing room for them now. They're up 21 to 7. 12:59 left in the third. Hall back deep for Kansas City. We're going to return it. Hall could make a play or two. In season 1, he had a game against St. Louis that I did, and he returned 2 kickoffs for a touchdown in that game. So, Montana has his hands full. Cross the bow. We're going to start throwing on first down. So we need to make up some ground.
Pass interference. Defense. Number 37, automatic. First down.
Well, you saw it. Johnson got a little too handy with the receivers, and it's first and 10 at the 38, kind of like Jeff Zucker of CNN. Trap right. That's big news of the day, that he was fired, or he stepped down. And Charles gaining 16 yards. Wilcox on the stop. And it's first and 10, but it's now at the San Francisco 46. Well, I'm going to go deep here. We're going to look to Taylor. Play action. Bomb. Incomplete. And Montana now 6 for 14. The play-by-play suggesting he can't find it today. I don't know what he was supposed to find. 6 for 14, 58 yards, and an interception. Screen, Jamal Charles on second and 10. That's complete, but Charles stopped after only a 2-yard gain. That's going to set up 3rd and 8 for KC. Gonzalez, medium pass. I'll let the computer pick what kind. Incompletion. And it's now 4th and 8 at the 44. Definitely too far away for to try a field goal, which would be 61 yards. Terrell Wilson comes in, punts it to the sideline, and puts the soft shoe on it out of bounds at the 7. So again, San Francisco has to start within their own 10. But the reason why they started behind their own 10-yard line the last time was an interception by Montana. It was the only turnover we have had in this game. A 1st and 10 from the 7. Pitch. Gore. Gain of 4. And it's 2nd and 6 at the 11. 10:27 left. It seems the third quarter has gone on at a snail's pace. And the give to Gore is going to gain 12 more.
Offense, number 79.
No, it's not. St. Clair gets called for holding, moves San Francisco half the distance to their own goal. 2nd and 12 at the 5. Young, McElhenney, a fumble. But Gore was Johnny on the spot. He scooped it up, fell on it. 3rd and 7 now from the 10 with 9:28 to go. And Gore with a first down, a gain of 17. Got the call there to run it on 3rd and 7, and it pays off big time for the Gold Raiders, who now have a 1st and 10 at their own 27 with 8:43 to go. McElhenney, no gain. Mays on the stop for KC. 2nd and 10. Ball at the 27. Throw and a catch to Parks,
Holding.
but
Offense,
it's coming back.
Number 79, 10-yard penalty.
The aforementioned Bob St. Clair gets called for holding again, and this time it's a full 10 yards. 2nd and 20 at the 17. Young looking to throw. Incomplete, looking for Gore. And it's 3rd and 20. Can San Francisco make a big play here? Young's going to run, but he only gains 2. Lewis at the stop at the 19. So with 7 minutes left to go in the third quarter, Ray Guy out to punt for the Gold Raiders. Nice punt. Hall has to fair catch it. The punt went 50. No return. 1st and 10 at the 31 goes Kansas City, but they trail 21-7. We'll go to Charles, trapped to the right side on 1st down. Try to get something positive here. Gain of 8. Thought there might have been a penalty marker, but there was none. Charles is now up to 87 yards rushing on the day. That is a season high for him, but the season is young. Pitch to Charles again, 2nd and 2. And Charles is going to struggle to get back to the line. Wilcox making the push out of bounds. 3rd and 2. We'll stay in the double tight end set. We're going to look to Kelsey. Travis Kelsey on a hitch. Very reliable target for Pat Mahomes this 2021 season. That is one game shy of being over. We still have the Super Bowl to go between the Bengals and the Rams. That's a catch of 9 yards. Ronnie Lott on the stop for San Francisco. A 1st and 10 at Kansas City's own 48. 4:39 now left in the third quarter. Sweep to Charles. And, Charles bottled up by Khalil Mack. A 4-yard loss at the 44. 2nd and 14 now. We'll look to Bo. Medium slant route. And Montana struggling. Pass might have been caught by Bo. Let's challenge.
Upon further review, the ball was secured before it hit the ground. The pass is complete. No timeout will be charged.
Okay, so Kansas City uses their challenge and gets an overturn, so they don't get a timeout called against them, but they will not have a challenge the rest of the game. 3rd and a yard. Ball at the 43 of San Francisco. And I'm just going to go dive Montana here. Why waste a chance on a handoff? Oh, he's trapped for a loss. Loss of a yard. 4th and 2 at the 44. And we'll use Wilson. We got to keep San Francisco pinned. And that goes out of bounds at the 10. 34-yard punt. 2:20 left third quarter. 21-7 is your score. And that is McElhenney past the 20, past the 30, past the 40, into the Kansas City side of the field. He gains 44 yards before Thomas. Emmett Thomas could get to him. Huge play for Hugh McElhenney, who has 8 carries and 60 yards. Gore has 8 for 63. McElhenney no catches yet in this game, but a huge play. Flips the field, 1st and 10 at the Kansas City 46. And this time, the snap is fumbled. It's a 6-yard loss, and Young was able to get it back. Second and 16. Now it's at San Francisco's own side of the field, the 48. But they just crossed Kansas City's side of the field again, going to Parks. And that's a gain of 7. Dave Parks out of Texas Tech. 3rd and 9, and they should get one more play in before the quarter ends. It's a completion to Kittle, George Kittle gaining 13. So we have now played 3 quarters. It's 21-7 in favor of San Francisco. We've played these 3 quarters in under 35 minutes for you. Thank you very much. I like to try to keep these videos as short as possible, but be as descriptive as possible. 1st and 10 at the 32. HTBL will be starting on this weekend. Throw, that's going to be a touchdown. Young to Wilson. And it's 27-7. Janikowski puts the extra point through, 28-7 with 14:45 left in regulation. Does Montana have a Cotton Bowl-esque comeback in them? In the 79 Cotton Bowl, his team was down a bunch to the Houston Cougars, and Montana led a comeback for the ages with a touchdown on the last play. So, it's 28-7, and Kansas City in a lot of trouble here. Medium out to Bo. Montana scrambles out of it. It's a gain of 2. HTBL play, we're going to do 2 games from opening day, and then we're going to do a game of the week style format where we'll have a game from the Atlantic League and a game from the Pacific League. And we're mashing up all the teams. Like New York will be represented by players of the Mets, Yankees, New York Giants, and Brooklyn Dodgers. Chicago, the Cubs and the White Sox. LA, the Angels and the Dodgers, and so on. And we will start that with Cleveland and Cincinnati, since Cincinnati is usually the an opening day stop. And we'll have that for you Saturday, Lord willing, and if the creek doesn't rise, Saturday, February 5, right here on the Big Paulie's World of the Sports Sim channel. Trap left, Jamal Charles. So we're going to do HTBL. This is what we're going to call Season 1.1, because they never finished Season 1 in the format I was using. Gain of 2 for Charles, nailed by Willis. 3rd and 6. Otis Taylor, short cross. That's incomplete. Montana really struggling. 9 of 19 for 82 yards. Got no choice but to punt. Wilson punting at a mile. John Taylor returning at 12. The punt went 57, so this was a 45-yard net. 1st and 10 at the 23. The second game we'll have on the HGBL will be Kansas City and the Major League Castaways, because we had 27 metropolitan areas represented. We needed a 28th team, so we're going to call our team the Major League Castaways. They'll be playing out of Angel Stadium in Anaheim, and kind of like the Las Vegas Ironmen, they're just going to be players on that team that the other teams didn't collect. 1st and 10 at the 33. So that's Saturday and Sunday right here on the Big Paulie's World of Sports Sims channel. That's the schedule, at least as I know it anyway. Young was looking for Wilson, incomplete pass, covered by Lewis. 2nd and 10 at the 33. San Francisco dominating, 28-7 with 11:29 to go. I think last year each team won at home, and then San Francisco had home field for the playoff game and won that. 3rd and 4, ball at the 39. Young, an incomplete pass. Well, that was a much different couple of teams, because Y.A. Tittle was the quarterback for San Francisco, and Len Dawson, great legendary Len Dawson, was the quarterback for KC. That punt went 42 for Ray Guy. Connors on the tackle of Dante Hall, who returned it 6 yards. 36-yard net. 1st and 10 at the 25. We're going to go to Taylor, medium slant route. This San Francisco defense has been relentless. Incomplete pass Throw some screen passes here. Charles will try to go to him. That's incomplete. Montana now 9 of 21 for just 82 yards. Do you bench the legendary Joe Montana? Sure, Hank Stram's thinking about it. Medium fly to Bo on 3rd and 10. That's a catch. That's a first. Gain of 14. Johnson on the tackle. Jimmy Johnson. No, not the University of Miami or Dallas coach, then later coached the Dolphins. Sweep right, Charles, 1st and 10. We're down to 10-13. San Francisco leading 28-7. Gain of 6. Willie Brown pushed him out of bounds. 2nd and 4. We're going to go Taylor, cross. It's complete. Taylor, a gain of 10. We have Hardman going down, one of the defensive ends. His return doubtful. Hart is going to come in. Tommy Hart, he's out of Morris Brown. 1st and 10 at the 45. We'll go Charles on the screen. That's complete, and Charles picks up 8 yards. Nonolini tipped it, but Charles was still able to be quick enough to get to where the ball was. 2nd and 2. Play action long pass to, actually, it'll be play action short pass to Smith. Montana scrambling, gets to first, a gain of 5. Time becoming an issue, though. 7:46 now left. Out to J.T. Smith on 1st and 10 from the 32. He gets out of bounds, gain of 12 after making a catch. And Montana back on the happy side of the 500 mark in terms of completions. 13 of 25. Smith is now 3 for 42. San Francisco's kept the Kansas City passing game in check. Medium out. We'll go to Smith. He's got it. He's got a touchdown. Kansas City back in the game. 6:09 to go. Point after try. Good by Butker. It's 28-14. Okay. Gonna do an onside kick here. And San Francisco spoils that party. St. Clair pounces on it at the KC 49. 6:04 left. 1st and 10 at the 49. It's McElhenney stopped for a 2-yard loss, tackled by Mays. 5:56 left to go. 2nd and 12 at the 49. Could momentum be turning? Gore immediately tackled by Hali, a gain of 2. 3rd and 10. Ball at the 49. 5:11 now to go. The throw incomplete, looking for Kittle. Robinson provided very tight coverage. So Kansas City might get the ball back at the 20. They will not. It's going to be a kick out of bounds. Ray Guy with his coffin corner punts that he was famous for. Out of bounds at the 11. The punt going 38. 4:18 now left to go. Kansas City will have to hurry. You want to score with some time on the clock. Slant to Bo on 1st and 10. Completed to Taylor. Kansas City will hurry to the line. Out to Otis Taylor. San Francisco still got the first unit in. And that's a pick. That's Ronnie Lott. And that is a pick 6. And a house call for the Gold Raiders. And that should probably seal it for San Francisco this day. They lead 34-14. Your point after by Janikowski is good. 35-14, and I'm going to get up a moment and turn lights on, as since I have been recording this game, it's gotten a little dark. 3:49 now left, and the Chiefs need 3 scores in very short order. Taken by Charles. Charles will go up to the 21, a 13-yard return. 3:42 left. Montana now 15-28, 151 yards. He's thrown 2 interceptions, and those have been the only 2 turnovers of the game, and Ronnie Lott just took one to the house off of him. Bo on a medium fly. Incomplete.
Holding defense. Number 24, 5-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
Willie Brown called for holding. Taylor. Crossing route. We're going to turn it into Taylor medium fly on 1st and 10. He's got it. A gain of 21. Willie Brown on the tackle. 1st and 10 at the 47. Let's hurry up. Medium pass. Smith. And it's dumped underneath to Charles. He picks up 7. Don't want to call any timeouts before 2 minutes. Medium, play action, medium fly to Smith again. On 2nd and 3 at the Frisco 46. That's an incompletion. 2:33 now left. Screen to Charles. And Montana now 18 of 32. That's a gain of 6. He's up to 185 on the day. They're going to try to get one more play off before the 2-minute warning. Medium cross to Otis Taylor. Ball to 40. Charles underneath. A gain of 3. And we'll go to the 2-minute warning. Score is 35-14, San Francisco over Kansas City. Each team with all 3 timeouts left. Put Montana in the gun. And we're going to look to Hill. Medium slant route on 2nd and 7. Now we'll start using our timeouts. Hill's got it. But a fumble recovered by Holmes. So Kansas City keeps it. We'll burn a timeout here. 1:49 to go. We'll have to depend on the onside kick here to some degree. Long hitch to Gonzalez, 1st and 10 at the 24. That's batted at the line. That's an incompletion. Back to a 4 wide out set. Another medium slant to Hill, 2nd and 10 at the 24. That's deflected by a lot and incompletion. 3rd and 10. Priest Holmes on the screen. He'll see his first action. That's caught. 20, 15, a first down. Gain of 12. 1st and 10 at the 12. Kansas City will burn another timeout. Medium pass. Looking for Bo this time. San Francisco wising up, playing the dime. Keating is in at defensive tackle. He's out of Michigan. We profile him because I haven't seen him be used for any measure of this game. Cross the bow, 2nd and 10. We're down to 1:12. And it's Holmes gaining 9, 3rd and a yard. And Kansas City's going to use another timeout. It's going to be 3rd and 1 from the 3. We'll go Charles. And we'll take 2 cracks at this. A dive. And it's first down, gain of 2. Hurry to the line, boys. Montana. Try to sneak it in. 57 seconds to go. He's in there. Touchdown, Kansas City. Make it 35-20. Extra point try is good by Butker. And I think everybody in the stadium will know what's coming here. 40 seconds to go. Onside kick recovered by Mark Van Egan of San Francisco. He used to play for the Oakland Raiders back in the late 70s. And all Steve Young has to do is take a knee. And this one will be over. San Francisco 35, Kansas City 21. Good effort for Kansas City. But San Francisco showing why they were the champs last year. MVP Steve Young, he threw 3 touchdown passes to Parks, and Wilson. Ronnie Lott sealed the deal, a 27-yard interception return. Montana threw for a touchdown, ran for a touchdown. 368 yards, a total offense for the Gold Raiders, 332 for Kansas City. Both teams perfect. 3 trips to the red zone, 3 touchdowns. Kansas City held it 32-37. They ran 64 plays, and San Francisco only ran 46. Young, 15 of 21, 209. 3 touchdowns. 2 of his passes were over 25 yards. Leading rusher was Charles of KC, 19 for 93. Montana scrambled for 6 carries and 25 yards. Charles was also a receiving leader, 7 for 40, but the yardage leader was Parks, 5 for 89. Your leading tacklers were Willis of San Francisco, Lewis for KC. They each had 9. And that's how that ends. San Francisco improving to 4-1 with Las Vegas to play tomorrow. If they win, they have a tie for the Western Division lead. And KC is now 2-3 on the year, so they have gotten off to a slow start. So we'll have Las Vegas and Arizona for you tomorrow. I don't know, it'll be tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow night, depending on when I have the time to get to it. So we'll see Kurt Warner and Emmitt Smith in new locations for the first time. They each played for the Cardinals at one point in their careers. People forget that Emmitt Smith ended his career a Cardinal, but Kurt Warner took the Cardinals to the Super Bowl 43, where they lost to the Steelers. And John Madden comes up again. That was the last call for John Madden. So I hope everybody enjoyed the game. I enjoyed bringing it to you. We'll have PWT and the HTFL for you tomorrow. Looking forward to doing each of those. This has been Big Paulie coming to you. Godspeed and God bless everybody. You never know what's going to happen on a given day. Tomorrow is never guaranteed. Me and Ella, my cat, wish you a very heartfelt good night.